let me ask you guys a question. What is your favorite post-apocalyptic wasteland in any universe? I mean, there's so many of them. A few examples are The Walking Dead, Fallout, Borderlands, The Last of Us. I mean, there's more out there, but I want to know which one you think is the best and which one is your favorite, because in a few days we are going to be getting Fallout in Fortnite and a bunch of other apocalyptic stuff that it hasn't been very clear as to what we're actually getting. But this is going to be really exciting because there are a lot of apocalyptic things that could be added to the game that will shoot the enjoyment of the game to completely new levels. And I want to start out with one of my favorite ones, and that is radiation. Now, I understand that we don't want to be walking through areas and taking damage. The storm already does that, essentially, when you land in the storm. But that's kind of what makes wastelands wastelands, and radiation is part of a lot of different wastelands. Even Walking Dead, more specifically Fallout, you need a hazmat suit to be able to go through certain areas, or you are going to be getting radiation and radiation poisoning. So that's something that I feel like is instrumental and needs to be in the game, and that's why I wanted to make this video before the season comes out, because I wanted to give you guys my take before the season actually drops of what I think would be really cool in a Fallout setting like this, or a survivalist setting like this, because I think this is going to be the hardest map to survive on that we've seen so far, because the myths and mortals, the entire season of that was extremely overpowered. You were not just surviving, you were thriving. You had you could fly, you could shoot lightning bolts, you could do anything. You can go through water that allows you to get dashes. There's so many different things that world afforded you, and now that we have this sandstorm hurtling toward the island, I think that this is going to be one of the hardest seasons to really play and survive as, because of all the dangers that need to be on this map for it to be a believable wasteland. Because if it's a believable wasteland, you need to have horrible creatures on the map. I mean, Fallout seems to be the main direction they're going towards, so that's why I'm thinking like radiation needs to be in there. I think that you should have different creatures and monsters from the Fallout universe and other universes too, and even some unique ones. But I think like something like the Deathclaw should absolutely be a boss on the map, something that lurks around and hunts you down, things like that. Raiders, NPC raiders, roaming raiders need to be on the map. There's other things as well, such as vaults. We need vaults in the game because we already have the bunkers. I feel like the bunkers were a predecessor to what could possibly be underground vaults. If you really think about it, the beginning of this season, we already got the underground, which was tunnels and train stations and Ninja Turtles. Then we didn't have that anymore except for like one location, and now we have bunkers. We go into bunkers underground, we can go down there, get stashes, and I like bunkers way better than I like the safes. But vaults, could you imagine like all this loot inside a vault, and the vault had multiple stories underneath the ground, like 3 or 4 stories that you can just run around and try to figure stuff out in? Like, that would be so crazy. And honestly, even just on that note, having a workshop bench that could actually give you different modding tools to mod everyday items into makeshift weapons. I know that's asking for a lot because we already have workshops and they have pre-designed attachments that you can put on different weapons and stuff, but like, come on, wouldn't it be freaking awesome to like be able to convert like a baseball bat into like a machete or something, or a machine gun, or just a couple baseballs, like things like that? That would be really, really cool. Another interesting thing from Fallout is the comic books and bobbleheads. If they had them layered around the map similar to the gnomes, and when you pick them up you get XP, that would be so awesome. Like, that literally writes itself as a gameplay feature just on its own. Now, I was thinking about Vats, and I feel like that should be its own sort of like, it should be done in a way very similar to like Fallout 76. Now, yeah, Fallout 76 is not everyone's favorite game. And for me, I play it every once in a while. It's not the best Fallout game. It's interesting, entertaining, but it does VATS in a way that it's good for a multiplayer game to do. And it does VATS in a way where you can slow down time essentially and shoot at different body parts. Now, the shooting at different body parts, I feel like that's going to be very difficult in Fortnite, but the slowing of time so you get to slow down time and you can shoot much better, that would be something that they could look into as either something that you get when you pick up the Pip-Boy. If you pick up the Pip-Boy, you can do VATS. Or it could be something that could be given to you by like a medallion or something like that, or whatever. I do think that the Pip-Boy should be a mythic though. The Pip-Boy should be a mythic. Fat Man should absolutely either be a mythic or it should be sparse, but having mini nukes in the game, that would be so freaking sick. That would be amazing. Part of me is already upset or sad for the fact that this season the map is going to be completely changed, because this has been my favorite map since the Mega City map back in the Attack on Titan season. Like, this has been my favorite map since then, and that's been almost a year now. So this next season is going to have a lot to deal with, but I think that it's going to be a wasteland. You need more wasteland areas like dunes and deserts and all sorts of things like blast zones, a lot of nuclear memorabilia, things like that need to be in this to make it very, very feasible. Now, honestly, I don't know what else they could add from Fallout besides them adding more of the skins. And for them to add the skins, I think that obviously you need the Brotherhood of Steel skin. That's a must. It needs to be in there. I can already see them adding the Vault Tech skin, the Vault Dweller suit. I can see them adding versions of that, and like maybe you can upgrade it or whatever throughout the like the item shop or something like that for everybody to wear, as like the defaults can wear these types of things, and I can see things like that. The one thing that I really, really want, and it's not just the courier, because everyone wants the courier. I just want the what's it called, the what's it, NPC and New California, an NCR. I want the NCR Ranger outfit. That's it. That's all I want. If I get the NCR Ranger outfit, I am going to be happy. As like that's gonna be my main. First of all, that'll be my main. Actually, when I go into the season, my main's probably gonna be Rick Grimes, because he is in a wasteland basically. Which brings me to zombies. I think that zombies or ghouls should be all over the map. Literally all over the map. I think that they should be something that you should frequently have to fight against, similar to raiders. Like the more I'm normally not for NPCs, but I do think that in a season like this where it is a wasteland and and to make it more chaotic, they need to add a lot more of these guys, a lot more NPCs into the map, because that's the only way that you're going to be getting something like that feels like Fallout. Because Fallout, regardless of how empty it is, it does have a lot of different things in the map that really feel like it's filled up, because there are a lot of different enemies on the map and a lot of different creatures and things like that. So I mean, adding rats, scorpions, and all these different things, like there's so many different animals and creatures and stuff like that you can add. But I think that there should be Brotherhood of Steel missions. I think that there should be Enclave missions. I mean, if they're just turning Fallout into or Fortnite into a Fallout game, that'd be great, in my opinion. Like, they could just transform into a Fallout game, let it be done. But that's basically it. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Thank you for watching.